We've all been there, right? It's the eternal struggle of the modern living room. You've got this beautiful 4K projector, everything's mounted perfectly, but then there's that ugly black cable just snaking across the floor.
Yeah, yes. The domestic edition of the last mile problem. You either have to, become a drywall surgeon and fish wires through the wall or just tape it down and hope nobody trips.
Exactly. And that is precisely why today we're doing a deep dive on this device, the NTI ST-WL4K-98. It's a piece of hardware that promises to, well, to bridge that exact gap wirelessly. Our mission today is to figure out if you can really send uncompressed 4K video through the air.
And uncompressed is the key word there, isn't it? I mean, that's the real goal.
Okay, so let's get into it. The specs, on paper, they look amazing. We're talking Ultra HD 4K, 3840 by 2160 resolution, plus audio up to 98 feet away.
Right.
But whenever I hear wireless video, my brain just immediately goes to buffering, compression, all that junk. So how is this thing different?
It's all about the frequency they chose. See, most of our home gadgets, your phone, your laptop, they're all fighting for space on the 2.4 or 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi bands. It gets really crowded.
Okay.
This device, though, it operates on the 60 gigahertz band.
60 gigahertz, that sounds like a massive leap.
It is. A good way to think about it is standard Wi-Fi is kind of like a garden hose. It's flexible, it goes around corners, but the bandwidth is limited. 60 gigahertz. That's a fire hose. The amount of data it can push through is enormous.
And that's how they get that uncompressed signal.
That's how they do it. With latency under 1 millisecond.
Under a millisecond. That's basically instant. So for a gamer, or if you're using a mouse on a big screen for a presentation, there's no lag, no mushy feeling.
None at all. It feels just like a physical copper cable. And for the home theater folks, it supports full 4.4.4 color sampling.
Right, which for anyone who doesn't have the HDMI specs memorized, that just means it's not throwing away color information to save bandwidth. You get the full, rich image.
The full image fidelity. Plus, 36-bit deep color, even 3D. But, and this is where it gets really interesting, using that 60 gigahertz fire hose comes with a pretty big trade-off. It just comes down to physics.
I did notice the manual was pretty aggressive about this line of sight thing.
Oh, they have to be.
Yeah.
What's fascinating is that these 60 gigahertz waves are incredibly short. They actually behave less like radio waves and more like beams of light.
So they can't go through walls.
Not at all. It stops dead at the drywall. You can't hide the transmitter in a media closet and expect the receiver in the next room to see it.
So it's not really wireless in the way we think of Wi-Fi. It's more like an invisible cable.
That's a great way to put it. An invisible cable. It has to have a clear, unobstructed path, which is why the devices themselves are so small. They're about 3.5 inches wide, powered by USB. You're meant to just sort of tuck them behind a monitor or stick them to the side of a projector.
Okay, but even with that limitation, it seems like they built in some real flexibility. It's not just one transmitter to one receiver.
Right. It has matrix capabilities.
Right.
So you can pair one transmitter to as many as 10 different receivers.
But you're switching between them, right? The video only goes to one at a time. It's not broadcasting to all 10.
Correct. It's a switch. But I think the more useful setup for a lot of people would be the other way around, connecting multiple transmitters to one receiver.
Oh, like the classic conference room problem.
Exactly. Imagine a boardroom. Instead of everyone passing that one frayed HDMI cable around the table.
Well, that talking stick, yeah.
You could have, say, up to 16 people with transmitters on their laptops, and you just press a button on the receiver to switch whose screen is up on the big display.
That would save the first 5 minutes of every single meeting.
Yeah.
And it handles all the handshake data automatically, the resolution and all that.
Yep. Seamlessly. It even carries high-end audio Dolby TrueHD, DTS-HD master audio right along with it.
So let's bring it all together. The price tag on this is around $395. That feels pretty steep for something that replaces an HDMI cable.
It is. But you're not really paying for a cable, are you? You're paying for the absence of a cable.
For solving a specific architectural problem.
Exactly. If you're in a historic building where you can't drill holes, or maybe a conference room with glass walls, this is the solution. It's a specialized tool.
And I guess if we zoom out, it kind of hints at where things are heading, doesn't it? As we push for 8K and beyond, we're going to need these high-frequency, light-like waves more and more.
I think so. We might be moving toward a future where our digital connections depend less on drilling through walls and more on just keeping the air between our devices clear.
Something to think about the next time you trip over that extension cord.